Okay, welcome once again. So we are going to be learning how to factorize some expressions using the common factor method. And so we have these two examples we are going to be looking at. The first one is 3ax plus 6ay. And then the second one is 3a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 6a squared b squared. So once again, we are going to be using the common factor method to factorize these expressions. Watch it carefully so that when we finish, you solve the examples above. Good luck. So we begin with the first one. We have the first one to be 3ax plus 6ay. Now what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be looking out for factors that are common to both 3 and 6. But with all these factors, we are going to pick the highest common factor. So for 3 and 6, the common factor is going to be 3. It's going to be 3. And definitely that is the highest common factor. And so you write it down. Now when you are able to get the common factors for the numbers that are in the expression, don't forget that we have two terms for this expression. For algebraic expressions, the terms are separated by the plus and minus signs. So for this one, we have a plus separating the first term from the second term. So we have 3 being the common factor for 3 and 6. When you are done with the numbers, you move on with the alphabet or the letters. So we have A. So you check whether you have A in the other term. Yes, indeed, we have A in the other term. So it means that A and A, for A and A will also be a common factor. So we write it down. Move to the next alphabet. X is located in the first term, but for the second term, it's nowhere to be found. So it means X would not be a common factor. And then for the second term, we have another alphabet there, Y. It's in the second term, but it's nowhere to be found in the first term. It means Y is also not going to be a common factor. And so for the common factor of the whole of this expression is going to be 3a. Now when you are done, you open a bracket and then you begin to divide. So 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1, which we are not supposed to write. And then A divided by A, the same thing happens. It's going to be 1. But since X has not been factorized out, it means that one would be put into the bracket. We write our sign, and then we divide the 6 and 3. And you know the answer is going to be 2. A has been factorized out already. When you divide, it's going to be 1, so we do not write it. And then Y has not been factorized out, so that is what is left for the second term. If you want to check whether your answer is correct, you can multiply back. So 3a times x give us what? 3ax, which is the first term. Then 3a times 2y will give us 6ay, which is the second term. So it means that this will be our result for the first one. And then we move on to the second one. We have 3a squared b plus 6. Oh, come on. Let me take it again. So we have 3a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 6a squared b squared. Now, when you compare the first expression to the second one, the first expression is made up of two terms. Like I said from the beginning, for every algebraic expressions, for you to know the number of terms, you watch out or you look out for the plus and minus sign. That is what is used in separating the terms. So for the first expression, we have two terms. But for the second expression, we have one minus sign here and then one plus sign here. It makes the expression or the number of terms in this expression become 3. We have one term here, another term here, and then one other term here. So it makes it 3 terms. 1, 2, and then 3. So now, in factorizing, just like we did for the first one, we are going to be factorizing, first of all, the numbers. We look out for the common factor for 3, 3, and 6. So basically, it's going to be 3 and 6. And what will be the common factor? It is 3. And then we look out for the alphabets. We have A here, A there, and then here as well. You make sure that all the alphabets are located in all the terms before it can be a common factor. But don't forget that the A terms or the A is raised to some powers. This is cubed, this is squared, and then the other one is also squared. So for you to pick out the common factor, you take the one with the smallest power. That will be the common factor. So the smallest power here is A squared, A squared. So it means the common factor will be A squared. And then we look out for B. B is located here, located in this term as well, but nowhere to be found here. So it means B can never be a common factor. On that note, we have completed factorizing the common factor out of the expression. So we open our bracket and then we begin to divide. So 3 divided by 3, we will not write it. Now when you divide this by this, a cubed by a squared, because we have 2 already out, it will be left with just 1, because we have 3 of the a's. So we put that one here, show your sign, minus. 3 divided by 3 is 1, we don't write it. A squared, A squared. When you divide, they will cancel out. None will be left because all the 2 have been factorized out. So it means none will be left. But B has not been factorized out, so it means that remains here. Plus, then 3 and 6, when you divide, it's going to be 2. So we write our 2, A squared, A squared. A squared has been factorized out, so it means we are not going to be writing it. And then B is nowhere to be found here. So all we are going to do is to just put our B squared down. So this gives us the result of this expression we have been asked to factorize. I hope everything is clear and you will be able to solve the examples above. Good luck and thank you.